February 2nd for Rudy Tomjanovich, who resigned, citing health concerns. Front court starters brought to you by Wachovia for the Sixers: Kyle Korver, Samuel Dalembert, and Chris Webber. In the backcourt, Allen Iverson and Andre Iguodala. 76ers are home now for 11 of their last 19. Jim O'Brien very aware of that as his team tries for a playoff spot in the East. The Lakers are East, and D-line them. They did not fare well last night in Washington.
They most certainly did not, Mark. They had really a lot of trouble scoring the basketball. They shot just 35% from the floor, 29% from three-point land. Both numbers well below their season numbers of 44 and 35, respectively. Just 20 of their 81 points came in the paint, so they were very much perimeter-oriented. They did grab 18 offensive rebounds, but you got to go back to the fact that they were having trouble converting, so that didn't really matter much.
And the keys to tonight's game brought to you by Chrysler.
Well, the first key for the 76ers, you have to defend the perimeter. You just take a look at that Toronto game. They knocked down 21 threes. Los Angeles is going to take about 22, 23 threes per game, so you have to defend that in defensive transition. Keep your eye on Kobe. He's the guy that likes to push it.
And we are running tonight here at the Wachovia Center. First of the two meetings between these teams. Fourth game in that six-game road trip for the Lakers. And they're in the middle of a very long stretch, predominantly of road games. 16 of 23 road games. The stretch started in early February and ends next week. Iverson, who matched up here with Chucky Atkins, and Allen stepped out of bounds. One thing the Lakers do not do is force a lot of turnovers.
No, they don't. And you just take a look at them, and they only force about 11 per game, which puts them dead last in the league. They're not very good as far as if you move the basketball either. They're 29th in opponents' assists. So if you move the basketball on, you should be able to get some clean looks.
Odom, who's an excellent passer, swatted away from Mim by Webber. Chris Mim, yes, the replacement for Shaquille O'Neal. All cotton for Chris Webber, who is averaging 20 overall, 15 as a Sixer, putting him second on the Sixers scoring list. Of course, to Allen Iverson, who leads the NBA. These Lakers 8th in the West right now, as Iverson went for the swipe on Atkins, who's a good outside shooter. Samuel Dalembert actually second on the Sixers in rebounding, averaging 7. There's Korver teeing up a three. Lakers will take a ton of threes. They average just under 22 per game. That puts them third overall as Kobe Bryant hears it. And the crowd here at the Wachovia Center is being marked right now by the rookie Andre Iguodala, who fouls him.
Kobe just coming off the screen, sees the opening, takes advantage of that slight opening. On any pick and roll, the 76ers in this triangle offense are not looking to hard trap. They're looking for containment. And they're going to bring that big guy back a little bit and try to keep the guards in contained a little bit instead of letting them drive down a lane like Kobe did there.
Kobe Bryant is 9th year in the league. He's only 26, 6'6", listed at 230. That's 10 pounds above last year. And of course, out of Lower Merion High School. Averaging 28, that's second to Allen Iverson, who leads the NBA, averaging over 30. Webber against Odom. Takes him downstairs and hits the hook. So Chris Webber, who got off to a 5-for-5 start Sunday at Toronto, hits his first two here at home.
Well, the last couple ball games for Chris, shooting 48%. Averaging 17.5 points per game.
Continue to look for Mim, Webber guarding him. And now Bryant and Iguodala. Kobe, of course, will take a ton of shots. In fact, he is struggling relative to his other 8 years in the league. From the field, 42.5%. His lowest field goal percentage in the last 7 years. Goes back to his second year in the league.
Well, there's no Shaq. Shots come a little bit harder.
Iverson going in hard. He meets up with Lamar Odom. was included in that Shaquille O'Neal deal with Miami.
Well, take a look at Kobe. I mean, he's just working around the hand of Andre. Give him a little jab step, get him to move back a little bit, move the ball around. The defensive hand of Andres moves around a little bit too, and then all of a sudden you find an opening and just raises up and knocks down the jump shot.
Now, do you just give him the jumper, take away the drive? Is that your strategy there?
Well, that's what you want to do if you're trying to defend Kobe. As you said, only shooting 42+% this year. You don't want him to get off by being able to get it down through the middle and get some easy ones.
Bryant, only a 32% shooter from beyond the arc. The NBA averaged about 35%. Iguodala glued to Bryant off the ball. Kobe cannot unleash the three. There it is. Anyway, and he drained it. That was not easy.
Well, you can see in this new offense, when you take a look at that triangle offense, the Lakers are still trying to figure some of that stuff out.
Now, as you say, they just recently went to that.
Yeah, they have. Right after the All-Star break, you take a look at Kobe. And that's why he ended up with that shot, because nobody's moving. When they had Shaq there, they had guys coming to the elbows and making the cuts. Triangle offense is not all that difficult to pick up. But they were able to switch that up. Frank Hamlin, who has been an assistant under Phil Jackson for a long time, all of a sudden decided after the All-Star break, and once Rudy Tomjanovich took a step down, that that's what they were going to run.
Frank Hamlin, 35 seasons of pro basketball experience, most of it as an assistant. Rudy Tomjanovich was in his first year with the Lakers, brought in his own system. When he stepped down, Hamlin went back to the triangle, was made famous by Phil Jackson and his staff.
Actually made famous by Tex Winter long time ago.
Bryant, another tough three. Korver hops into a three. Kobe Bryant averaging 6 rebounds per game. That puts him 3rd on the team. Odom, their leading rebounder, takes it against Dalembert, delivers with the right hand. He is the left-hander. Lamar Odom, his 6th year in the league. Little he cannot do with a basketball.
Well, that's where you want to force him to his right like that.
There's Iverson trying to bust up Atkins, playing in traffic, and he is fouled again.
Too much ball handling by Allen early on. Try to get everybody else involved earlier.
Fouls on Chucky Atkins, his first, the 3rd on the team. Iguodala with quite a move. And there's Chris Min, who's 2nd on the team in rebounding. His 5th year in the league out of Texas. 7-footer. Acquired in another big deal the Lakers made. For the Boston Celtics as Odom hits the three. The Lakers coming in about an average 3-point shooting team, and Odom far below average, but both Bryant and Odom hitting threes here in the first quarter. Dalembert reaching for the Korver miss. Iverson goes diving in and missed it. Weber hauled it down, and he missed inside. Weber at point-blank range couldn't convert. Iguodala, good defensive job there on Bryant. The Lakers leading by 4. Now they lob to Bryant. Weber helping out Iguodala. Kobe forcing the issue. And a Sixer foul. This be on Chris Weber. First on C-Web, 2nd on the team.
Chris Weber coming down with the offensive rebound. You got 4 guys around you. Goes up for the dunk. Misses that one. That's probably one of those you just kick out, realizing there's too many guys around you.
Kobe Bryant, a guy who could really get to the line. Struggled last night at Washington. To 6 of 22 from the floor. 3 titles, of course, all with Shaquille O'Neal. The first time in his career he's had to play without the big fella.
And guess who has the better record? Miami. got your wish. You got the big fella out of there now. It's your team.
Plenty of folks here wanting to record Kobe Bryant's visit for posterity. The Lakers have actually lost 4 straight games here at the Wachovia Center as they come up with a turnover. Bryant, Dallenberg, the goaltend, scored 2 for Kobe Bryant. Bryant now with 11 of the Lakers' first 16.
9-0 run now for LA. Take a look at Kobe getting it up off the glass, and here comes Sammy. I'm not sure that ball would have gone in. That ball looked like it was going to be a little bit long.
Sixers in need of a hoop as Iverson dances inside and gets the field goal, his first. The Sixers are down 6 as we approach the halfway point of the first quarter. There's Butler trying to get his as he shoved away Korver. Dallenberg has Mim in denial, and Korver sweeps it to Iguodala. Iverson behind the ample Weber screen hits the jumper. Smart play for Allen to pick up Chris Webber, just getting in position. Iverson with 8. Sixers with 4 straight to make it a 4-point game as Mim misses. The putback inside is missed, and as Odom reaches for the rebound, we have a foul coming up. It's going to be on Lamar Odom. And for the starting power forward for the Lakers, it is personal foul number 2. Timeout here at the Wachovia Center. Sixers down 4. We'll be back. 610-668-7676. Hurry up and reserve your spot.
Well, Chris Webber starting off like he did up in Toronto. The jump shot falling right there from about 18 feet in the jump hook. The shot fake to freeze the defensive player and going right up.
Webber, of course, plenty of experience against the LA Lakers. The Sacramento Kings, rivals recent years. Webber, all told, his 12th year in the league out of Michigan. Aaron McKee onto the floor for the first time. McKee now will be in charge of Kobe Bryant. He replaces Andre Iguodala. Andre did a pretty good job, although Bryant ended up getting his anyway. As you might expect, he's got 11. Webber off the double, spots McKee. The Lakers, the number 8 team in the West. If you believe that former Laker Magic Johnson, he says in his words, quote, "It's impossible for them to make the playoffs."
Why would he say that? His reasoning was?
Gotta ask him. 14, Slava Medvedenko into the game for the first time. The 5-year player out of Ukraine as Iverson, short of Atkins, buries it. So Iverson missing his first 2, hitting his next 3, and he's got 10. Cap off a 6-0 Sixer run to make it a 2-point game. Lakers with the same record as Denver as Atkins and Iverson do the cha-cha, and Atkins called for the personal foul. That'll be his second.
Allen Iverson pushing the basketball to stop the pop for AI. Missed his first couple, but AI 3 for 5 right now. He's got 10.
Tierre Brown, number 5, who was signed as a free agent just before training camp got started, in for Atkins. So Atkins joining Odom, another starter on the Laker bench, each with 2 personal fouls. Medvedenko into the game for Odom, so that puts even more of the scoring burden now on Kobe Bryant. That's Korver measuring a 3. For the Lakers, 0 for 5 and 1 turnover. The last 6 trips down the floor. And Kobe obliges. He is 4 of 5 for 13 already. Plenty of family and friends in attendance tonight for Kobe. Whoever gets the call against Medvedenko. Korver tips it free, and McKee secures it. Good play by Kyle Korver off the offensive glass. And Allen Iverson begins to heat it up. He's got a dozen. Weber has 4, and that's all the scoring for the Sixers. It's Bryant with another 3, and he drops it. But he's hitting the 3. Look out, that's his second of the first quarter.
That was from deep, too. That was about 3 or 4 feet beyond the arc.
The other one he jacked up and hit earlier against Andre Iguodala. Iverson looks to answer, and these two guys are going at it here as advertised in the first quarter. AI's got 14. Bryant with 16. Allen has scored the last 14 for the Sixers. Kobe the last 9 for the Lakers. Butler, nothing doing. Ron Butler also over from Miami, and the Shaquille O'Neal deal is up. Top it goes, and Dallenberg caught it in front of the rim, could not guide it home. And it ends up going out of bounds, and it will belong to the LA Lakers. Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, as anticipated. Going at it, hammer and tong here in the first quarter. AI with 14, Bryant with 16. We all have to take a timeout. Coach the Temple Owls in their first round NIT matchup, but is he back in charge for good? Join Neil Hartman reporting from Virginia for special Coach Chaney coverage tonight on Sports Night, right here exclusively on Comcast Sportsnet. Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant on the marquee and living up to all expectations here in the first quarter. The two are going at it big time. Right now the Lakers leading this one by 3. They have it now out of the timeouts. Here Brown, a traveled player, his 4th year in the league out of the D-State. 54 Rodney Rogers has come on for the first time. Number 55 is Brian Grant, the veteran out of Xavier, who also came over along with Caron Butler and Lamar Odom from Miami in the Shaq trade. Brian Grant, pretty good player back in the day, but he is aging, his knees betraying him as Aaron McKee from the corner hits the 3. Aaron, his shooting percentage and 3-point percentage continue to rise. Sixers the turnover. Rogers rumbles in, but he missed the slam. Flat out missed it. Bryant another 3. Over the top it goes. Boy, if you're Rodney Rogers, you want that back.
That's just a layup right there. Just take it in with the right hand. Kobe gave you a little feint, and then all of a sudden he pulled himself back. You know, Kobe didn't want to pick up a personal foul.
He does have 1. 2 of his fellow starters on the bench with 2. The lob for Dallenberg, and that one he is able to guide home. Iverson in his second dime of the first quarter, and the Sixers come back trailing by as many as 8 to lock it up at 23. Rogers has Bryant on a switch. Kobe working hard. The tip drill for him. John Salmon's into the game. Spins on Medvedenko. Rogers trying to clean up. Dallenberg slams it in for 2.
Samuel Dallenberg with the jam moments ago, and then all of a sudden you get the offensive rebound and a spin move. Look at that, 76ers 4-0 on second chance points.
The slam capping a 7-0 spurt for the Sixers with under a minute now remaining here in the quarter, as Brown trying to get by the Sixer defenders is fouled en route by Allen Iverson. The Sixers their first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Take a look at Sam off the miss. Ball's being bounced around. Take a look at the spin move. Just throws it down. That sense of awareness of where he was out on the court.
McKee bellies up to Bryant. Iverson in the thick of it. McKee, the first pass Brown. Good to see Aaron moving well off the break. He's got 5 off the bench, and the Sixers now matching their largest lead at 4. In addition to that, a 9-second difference between the clocks, and they hope for a final look. Aaron McKee, his turn to pester Kobe Bryant.
AI pushing the basketball. Duck under move by Aaron McKee.
Iverson now with 3 assists here in the quarter. Aaron averaging just 2, plays only 15 minutes per game, but a lot more is promised by Jim O'Brien at the All-Star break, that he'd use McKee more, and he has, as Medvedenko slams for 2. Slava Medvedenko, his 5th year in the league, more or less a regular the previous 3 years. Now, this year has played in fewer than half the games. Shot clock is unplugged. Iverson against Tierre Brown. McKee got up, didn't get it off. And that'll do it.
And in the first quarter, your 76ers, 27.
This will run at the end of the first quarter by the Sixers, trailing by as many as 8. Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant went at it as the Sixers capped the quarter with a 9-2 run. They lead it by 2 after 1, 27-25. Second quarter action follows this. Quality plus 4 dealers. 1 quarter in the books here at the Wachovia Center. The action tonight on Comcast Sportsnet. Trivia question brought to you by Aflac. What active NBA players have averaged 30 or more points per game for a season? That's the way Allen Iverson is doing this season. Allen, the only player in the NBA averaging 30 or more. The guy who's second, Kobe Bryant, averaging around 28 points per game. AI with a career average going in at 27.3 points per game, 4th in NBA history. As Kobe Bryant will take a break, but not for long. He is second to Allen Iverson in minutes per game. Both play well over 40. And the two played well in that first quarter. Now the second quarter underway, along with D. Lonham and Steve Mix. March him off tonight. Number 6er, Jermaine Jones, number 20. And one of Bill Walton's, count them 4 basketball playing boys. Luke Walton in for the first time. Tierre Brown hits the 3, the 4th in 6 tries for the Lakers. Fortune front by 1. Art Jackson in for the first time. Odom in there with 2 personal fouls, but he stole it. Inbounds pass intended for Rogers. And that's Slava Medvedenko. Last year averaged a career high 8 points per game. This year, not much playing time, only 3 per game, as the Lakers now ripped off 7 straight points. Jermaine Jones, the personal foul. Lakers got him in that trade with the Boston Celtics. That was the Gary Payton deal, which the Lakers also netted Chucky Atkins and Chris Smith, a couple of starters. His 6th year in the league, Jones, acquired by the Sixers, the first-round pick of the Atlanta Hawks on draft night as Iverson goes for the rim, and now he'll head to the line. Tierre Brown, the personal foul. There he is. Oh, McDonald's going for the small fry of the game, and there he is. McDonald's, I'm loving it. The Sixers in their game Sunday at Toronto went to the line only 8 times. Allen Iverson 5 of those 8 as Kyle Korver comes back, and he is in to get Aaron McKee. Tonight the Sixers have gone to the line, counting this free throw, 6 times, all of them by AI. And by the way, the Lakers 4 of 4 from the line, and Kobe Bryant responsible for all of those. We're checking this lineup now. Lamar Odom has to be counted on heavily to carry the scoring burden with Bryant on the bench. That's Jones teeing up a 3. The Lakers holding 1. Rogers, good 3-point shooter, and down it goes for Rodney Rogers.
For the last 3 games, Rodney shooting 44% from beyond the arc, averaging 8 points a game. I'll tell you what, his shot efficiency, 1.3 points per shot in the last 3 games.
The Sixers, their second 3, so obviously Rodney Rogers becoming more comfortable with his new team. Lakers deep into the shot clock. Odom backs away from Rogers. Here comes Iverson with the Sixers up a bucket. He spots the leaking Rogers, and that time Rodney able to finish. Nice spot by AI. For Allen, his 5th assist of the first half, and now it's only been a game of runs here. The Sixers cap a 7-0 run to lead by 4. Matches their largest lead. Korver nearly picked it clean. Lakers have to rush. It's Walton in desperation. And he hit the backboard, not the rim, so a shot clock violation on Frank Hamlin's L.A. Lakers. Makes it 3 turnovers apiece. Sixers, by the way, lead the NBA in forcing turnovers. They're 2nd in steals. And Rogers' 3 drifts out of bounds.
Taking 2 threes, hadn't hit the rim yet. First one wide open, bam, knocks down all Cotton. This time left just a little bit short.
Odom. Odom having a tough time. Iverson taking all comers. Lakers pretty good rebounding team. They will out-rebound the opposition by an average of 2 per game. Medvedenko, that's for 2. So Slava Medvedenko showing where he likes the ball, and he gets it. Now he's 3 of 4 for 6. Rogers, good spot for Jackson. Fouled by the latecomer, Medvedenko. Mark Jackson, the first Sixer other than Allen Iverson to get a free throw in this game.
And everybody lives in a family of some kind, and it has universal appeal.
I asked you earlier, is there a book that involves the Bears in a basketball kind of game or setting, and your response is?
We have done a number of chapter books for older kids that are about basketball. Brother Bear is a big basketball player, and we're considering doing a picture book for younger kids about basketball as well.
All right, and I said you must all be very artistic because the illustration is half the fun of the book.
Yes, well, actually, my parents taught me to draw when my earliest memory is of my mother giving me drawing lessons when I was just a toddler, practically.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And I should tell everybody, Mike will be reading at halftime. He also read before the game, so thanks very much to Mike.
What a treat, D-Lineham. Thanks so much. I love the Berenstain Bears. Going back to the parents as well. Some great comic strips, some great books. All right, here's Mark Jackson, another Philadelphia native, getting his first points of the game. Mark averages 12 off the bench. He's good for 3rd on the team. Behind Allen Iverson, who's now out of the game. Andre Iguodala back. In the meantime, Kobe Bryant has returned for the Lakers. That's Jackson, who's now playing in the game along with Samuel Dalembert. Here are the Sixers by 3. That's Jackson. And that's Jermaine Jones. Lakers with the same record as the Denver Nuggets, who played much better of late. George Karl. Medvedenko showing the good touch from the outside. He's hit another one. He is 4 of 5 for 8 off the bench.
And that's what he likes to do. He likes to shoot those 18, 19-foot jump shots. He's only taken 1 3, so you know when he does the little pick and pop thing, he's only going to go out to about 18, 19 feet.
The Sixers maneuvering without AI and Weber. Here's Salmons for 3, and he drops it. John Salmons hits the 3. The Sixers now a respectable 3 of 7 from beyond. The Lakers 4 of 8.
I'll tell you what, last 4 games, 76ers 1 and 3. They're shooting the ball fairly well from beyond the arc at 37%.
Iguodala off the Atkins miss. Korver for 3. Kyle struggling in the early going. Mark Jackson trying to get us back. Korver now 0 for 5. Including 0 for 4 from beyond. And now a whistle as Odom makes a move, and a technical foul being called as well. A technical called by the official David Jones.
Time now for the Southwest long distance shot. First one by Rodney Rogers, and then bam, all of a sudden, nice little play there, two-man play. John Salmons knocks down the 3-ball.
Mark Jackson, who was called for the personal foul, also teed up by David Jones. And Kobe Bryant there to do the honors. Big Jack will take a seat. Chris Webber in for him. Jackson will average about 25 minutes. Only 5 minutes thus far here. In this first half, Bryant had it knocked away. Webber handles beautifully. And as Iguodala tried to pass it back to Salmons, one of the Lakers kicked the ball. Sixers a game and a half behind Indiana for the 8th spot in the East, as Allen Iverson resting on the bench at Jim O'Brien. Keep in mind the Pacers have been playing without 2 of their starters, Jamal Tinsley and Jermaine O'Neal, as Dalembert in rhythm for 2. So Sammy, 6 points, 4 boards. He is 3 of 4 from the floor.
I think once you get below 20 games, you have to start looking at, you know, the games in the loss column are behind the team. And 76ers 2 games behind Indiana and Orlando in the loss.
Orlando and Indiana with the same record as Korver there, along with Dalembert to tie up the man that's Medvedenko, and we have a jump ball.
Ball's being bounced around, everybody going for it. Medvedenko. That's good to see if you're a coach. Everybody diving on the floor for the loose ball. Means there's value to it. Sometimes you guys don't dive for it, they try to pick it up. Always put a value on the basketball. It's important.
Well, like you say, with less than a quarter of the season to go, it's time to start diving for balls. Korver and Medvedenko. And Atkins misses the 3. Atkins actually one of their better 3-point shooters. Webber on the loose, rejected Odom, but a foul. Chris Webber will get a pair.
The long pass to Chris Webber. Medvedenko comes in inside this restricted area there, creating the contact. Chris Webber going to the line to shoot a couple.
Medvedenko his second opportunity here for the Sixers, who did not get to the line much Sunday at Toronto to get to the line. The Lakers now at the team foul limit.
Chris Webber changing his free throw up the last couple of years. He had some years where he was down around 55% or so. This year, 81.5%.
And as a Sixer, 21 of 23. So Iverson continues to rest on the Sixer bench, just past the halfway point of this second quarter.
Chris hired a shooting coach, Buzz Brayman. You might remember him.
Absolutely.
76ers coach at one time. Working with Washington Wizards at one point as well. Now working with Chris Webber on his shot.
Shot doctor for hire. Odom clanked a few earlier from the outside. Hit that one. He's got 7. Good catch by Salmons. And he drains it. So John Salmons, the 3, and then the deuce. Sixers getting a lot from their bench. McKee, Rogers, now Salmons. At a 16-5 bench advantage for the Sixers, and their advantage now is 6. It's their largest lead of the night. Atkins getting Salmons to fight. Atkins retrieving his own miss. Korver now has Bryant. Now they go at it. Kobe steps inside. And here's Salmons for the Sixers. Iguodala gives it up. Korver, another 3. Missed again. Boy, Kyle, you've always said it, Steve, when he releases the ball, you always think it's going in. Well, he's 0 for 6 and scoreless. Iguodala back on Bryant. Blues begin to rain down here, and the whistle sounds from Jack Neese, signifying the traveling violation on Lower Merion High School's Kobe Bryant. Sixers drawstring backpack courtesy of Gatorade. Also on this night, we are asking you to support Willie Green's book drive. Bring a new hardcover children's book to the game this Saturday, and you'll be able to meet Willie Green after the game. Great seats available. Call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS, or you can log on to the Sixers official website, Sixers.com. Nice crowd as you might expect here at the Wachovia Center. The trivia question brought to you by Aflac. What active NBA players have averaged 30 or more for a season? I guess 4 different guys here. I said Kobe, Iverson, Tracy McGrady, and Shaquille O'Neal. What do you think?
I'll agree with you. I don't have any idea, but I'll agree with you.
Well, there's 3 of them. I guess, well, I know now that Shaq never did it. 29.7 is Shaq's best. What's the matter? We don't round off numbers here?
We do.
Under 4 to play, first half. Kobe Bryant exactly 30 points per game a couple of years ago. And Allen averaging just over 30 this year. At exactly 30.2. Here's Iverson with the ball as Weber gets the block. AI, looked like he was fouled by Mim. In fact, Allen hit the side of the face, no whistle. Here's Odom, the latecomer, on a rope to Caron Butler. And Butler, the former member of the Heat, gets his first field goal. He's actually 3rd on the team in scoring, averaging 14.
Well, the last couple ball games on this trip, he's averaged 17, 58%, and 9 boards. The 76ers doing a solid job on him on the defensive end.
Chris Weber pounding away at the 7-footer Mim. Salmons, nicely done by John Salmons. He's played well off the bench. He's got 7. Under 3 to play first half. Sixers getting a healthy contribution from the bench. Iverson off the Butler miss. Weber for 3. Chris Weber has a good touch, but not normally a 3-point shooter, as Atkins missing at the other end. 2 Lakers in the weeds. Bryant and Odom. Iguodala hard to the rim. Forget who's lying in the weeds. He is going and going hard, and nobody's going to stop him.
76ers with the numbers. 3-on-2 opportunity. And AI pulls out a little bit, and then all of a sudden that left the driving lane open for Andre Iguodala. Take a look at this. Off the miss. 76ers are looking to push it. AI to Andre Iguodala. Dunkalicious right there.
Side look at the 2005 Phils. Comcast Sportsnet's annual special, Toyota presents Meet the Phillies. Tomorrow night at 7, exclusively on Comcast Sportsnet.
Time now for the Dodge drive of the game. You saw Andre coming in from the left side, just rising high and tickling the twine with the jam. 76ers defense here in the second quarter. Outstanding. 6 of 20 for the Lakers, 30%, which allowed the 76ers to get out on that break. 8-0. Fast break points, Sixers over the Lakers.
Great sidebar. Kobe Bryant, an excellent dunker in his own right. Got a first-hand look at Iguodala going hard to the cup. Lakers out of the timeout. Here the Sixers by 8. Lakers also by as many as 8 here in the first half. That was much earlier. Weber leaking to the hoop. The Lakers converge. Atkins springs Bryant. Boy, McKee grabbed his jersey.
Wow.
Iverson stripped it. No whistles anywhere. Here come the Sixers. Iguodala hard again and a foul.
I'll tell you what, that Kobe Bryant's got to let the officials know.
D-line with more than a couple of Arizona guys.
That's right, Mark. Luke Walton, who was at Arizona for a couple of years before Andre Iguodala went there, said that Andre Iguodala's the first practice he came in, the 5 incumbent starters looked around at each other and said, which one of us is getting bumped? He said the only other guy he remembers who had that kind of star power as a freshman was Gilbert Arenas. 2 pretty darn good players here in the NBA.
And Lute Olson has had some great players at Arizona. And there's one of them. 2 years there for Andre Iguodala. In fact, tonight his 64th game of the season. Played a total of 62 in his 2 years at Arizona. Sixers by 10, the largest lead of the game for anybody. Odom drifting in and scoring 2.
The thing you have to remember, even though he's going right, he's going to shoot the ball with his left hand. He did a nice little move, little scoop move with the left under the outstretched fingertips of Dallenberg.
Odom off the miss. Odom, their leading rebounder. He averages a double-double, 15.5 and 10. Here's Bryant, not nearly the man he was earlier, falling over Iguodala. Odom got it to Atkins for 3. Dallenberg finally captures it for the Sixers. It's getting frisky here. The refs are letting him play. Iverson for 3, and down it goes for Allen Iverson, who's actually having his best season from beyond the arc in the last 4 years. He's got 19 points, 4 boards, and 6 assists here as we wind down the first half. Iguodala sneaking around Mim. There's the personal on Andre, his second. At halftime, we feature the Taco Bell halftime report. Lance Crawford tips it off for the Comcast Sportsnet studios. We'll have highlights, analysis, and all the stats courtside here at the Wachovia Center for the Sixers-Lakers game tonight. Samuel Dallenberg without a personal foul. Iguodala, the only Sixer with as many as 2, head to the bench. Bobby Rogers, John Selman's in. A 2-second difference between the clocks as Atkins sneaks by Weber. And we have a foul on the floor, but it doesn't matter. Puts the Sixers in the penalty. It's on Chris Weber. Now 2 on him. Chucky Atkins to the stripe for the Lakers. Sixers Premium Seating offers the finest entertainment experience. For more information on entertaining in high style, contact the Premium Seating Department at 215-389-9500. Jermaine Jones in. Lamar Odom, who does have 2 personal fouls, is out. 6 with 9 and 5 boards. Atkins, the 80% free throw shooter. 1 of 2. Still time for the Sixers. Iverson looking to give it up to Rogers. And it all fizzles. Other than that, the Sixers and the first half on a high note. A 14-7 run over about the last 6.5. Kobe Bryant was tremendous in the first quarter. He had 16 after 1, just 1 point in that second quarter. And his Lakers trail the home team, the 76ers, by 10 here at the break. Allen Iverson, best player on the floor, as his Sixers lead it by 10, 52-42. Lance takes over when we come back. Now we go to D. Lynham.
Well, Mark, the defensive effort in the first half was one to be commendable, and the Sixers really knew they had to come out with a great defensive effort coming off the performance in Toronto on Sunday. In addition to holding the Lakers to just 36% field goal shooting, and in addition to not letting them have any fast break points, they didn't give up any second chance points either, and they didn't turn the ball over. So they have just 5 turnovers in the game. They were on the break, according to the coaching staff, 14 times, converted just 6 of those. So they'd like to see that number go up, but they had so many good looks. That's why they were able to shoot such a high percentage. Pretty much you would just like to duplicate the first half here in the second half.
That would mean a Sixer win, something they could use in their playoff race. As we bring in the leading scores, brought to you by Wachovia. Kobe Bryant with 17, Lamar Odom with 9. Slava Medvedenko off the bench with 8. Pierre Brown off the bench. Caron Butler, he averages 14. He and Brian Grant only 2 apiece. And Allen Iverson with 19 points, 4 boards, 6 assists, a steal, just 1 turnover. John Salmon's off the bench. Samuel Dallenberg, Chris Webber, Aaron McKee with a 3, and Rodney Rogers with a 3 as well. Kobe Bryant really got off early and often. Took Allen Iverson a little bit longer to get started, but Allen with a spectacular first half, and his team leading by as many as 11, up 10 now as we head to the third. Kobe Bryant only 1 point since the 3:30 mark of the first quarter. Now we're into the third. Try to get Butler going. There is Mim. Not once but twice. The second time he's fouled going back up. And we have a foul. Personal foul, Kyle Korver. That's his first. Well, with D. Lineman, Steve Mix, Mark Zumoff. Here at the Wachovia Center tonight. The Sixers will play, counting tonight, 11 of their final 19 regular season games. Allen Iverson and company at Cleveland Friday, then the first of a 3-game homestand Saturday against Chicago.
Looks like Cleveland's finally starting to get back on track a little bit. They're clubbing Utah tonight, 50-32 at halftime, but they're starting to play a little bit better.
I guess they hit that inevitable lull they hit in the season.
Everybody hits that. It seems everybody hits that except for San Antonio, maybe Miami.
Webber. Spurs lately have had to play some games without Tim Duncan. Odom taking on the good shot blocker Dallenberg, and quickly off the floor was Odom to score 2. Lakers making some inroads here, scoring the first 4 of this third quarter. Sixers running Iverson and Iguodala in the backcourt. It's Allen running off the ball. Iguodala running to the hoop. He takes some punishment, and he will get to the line. Chris Mim, the starting center for the Lakers, picks up the personal. Mim bothered lately by some back spasms. Only 1 point last night, without a field goal thus far tonight. Meantime, Andre Iguodala, one of rookie leaders in scoring, rebounding, assists. He leads them all in steals. We'll get another. I mentioned all the Sixer home games coming up. If you're looking to get your hands on some Sixer tickets, there are a couple of ways. Individual game tickets available by calling 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or log on to the Sixers official website, Sixers.com. Iguodala 4 of 4 from the line. He's got 6 points. The average is 9. Bryant, Dallenberg, good defensive job on Sammy, particularly there in the open floor. Iguodala looking for his, and I like that.
You know what, you have to like that. And here's a guy that, when you take a look at his numbers, last 6 games shooting 59%. He's got to be more aggressive on the offensive end.
Butler, the stare down with Korver, only 5 to shoot. Dallenberg patrolling as well. Sixers continue to play excellent defense against Bryant in desperation. He made one of those desperation heaves for 3 in the first half. There's Iguodala. That would have been one magnificent finish as Iverson heaved that from about 40 feet away, but it was too far, even for the leaping Andre Iguodala.
He can get up, but not quite that high.
Each team now with 6 turnovers. Excellent number for the Sixers as Iverson comes up with a steal, his second. Iguodala, there it is. Boy, you know, when he flicks on the high beams, you can chalk it up. Iverson with a spot for his 6th assist. Sixer lead expands to 58-46. Iguodala now in double figures with 10. Chris Webber just committed his 3rd.
Andre Iguodala on the fly. AI with a nice assist. A little soft 2-hand that time by Andre. You take a look at the Lakers. Very difficult to switch offenses in midstream like they have done. gone to what some people consider a very difficult offense to learn to start with. Just with moves and the cuts and everything else that they have to make.
Plus, half the team is new from last year.
Yeah, so it's not like you're bringing a lot of these guys in that were here last year. As you said, a lot of these guys are new from last year, and they were just getting accustomed to Rudy Tomjanovich's offense, and now all of a sudden you go to this. You can see a little hesitation in all these guys out there.
Chris Mihm, his 5th year from Texas. 7 feet 265. Came from the Boston Celtics. Has also played with the Cleveland Cavaliers. In fact, he was involved in the Ricky Davis swap between the Celtics and the Cavs. Mihm, all 4 of his points from the line. Korver a streak off the ball. Kyle scoreless thus far. And as Weber looks to set up shop against Odom, we have a whistle. The foul on Lamar Odom, the singular wireless call of the game.
Well, it's got to be field goal percentage. 76ers currently at 46%. The Lakers at 34%. Kyle Korver goes long ball after missing his first 6 shots. Drains that one from deep.
Make it 19 straight games, at least 1 3 for Kyle Korver, who's made at least 1 3 in every game this year but 2. That's Atkins stumbling because he was tripped by Iverson. For Allen, his 2nd. Iverson, someone in disbelief of the call by David Jones.
Well, Kyle Korver 0 for 5 from beyond the arc in the first half. Steps right into that one, knocks that one down. 76ers stretch their lead to 13.
Sixers already with 14 fouls, barely 3 and change gone here in the 3rd quarter. A spot by Odom, the excellent passer. He averages 4 assists, and they have to get Butler going. They need some help from him. Caron Butler, only a 2nd field goal for 4. Sixers continue to front run. Iverson for Dallenberg, could not handle it. Bryant intended that for Mihm. Dallenberg unleashes Iverson, trying to turn around Atkins, and Bryant, count it, and a foul by AI, who is bound and determined to get those 2.
Watch AI make his move. You get the defensive player Atkins to turn around. And then all of a sudden, there's the hit to the face by Kobe Bryant. As soon as you get that defensive player one-on-one, he starts making those moves as far as turning around. You've lost him. Then you've got an absolute perfect opportunity to get to the hoop.
Technical foul being called. It's on Chucky Atkins of the Lakers. And he has given the guy who called the T, Jack Neese, an earful. He's got to be held off by his head coach, Frank Hamlin. I believe he has just been tossed from the game. Chucky Atkins, their starting point guard, is heaved from the game by Jack Neese.
Short fuse tonight for Jack. Heard enough from Chucky Atkins, and bam, waited about 2 or 3 seconds later. Gave him another one. Little frustration on the Lakers' part. They've been struggling all year long against the Eastern Conference. Just 3-9 on the road. As you can see the foul right there. And here comes Kobe in. Going to catch him across the face, and AI with the high one off the glass.
Iverson with 22, and now the journeyman Tierre Brown has played the lion's share of the game at the point. Here's Iguodala with a head of steam, trying to gather himself and the ball, but he lost it. Odom, it would have counted. And Lamar Odom will help himself to 2 after Samuel Dallenberg fouled him. Sammy is second. The Sixers puts them in the penalty. Now Lamar Odom, just a 70% free throw shooter, will head to the line. Odom clearly the best player the Lakers came up with in that Shaquille O'Neal trade, but It's always hard to trade a superstar and get full value in return.
Probably could have got a little bit more than that. I mean, you missed 2 free throws there. I mean, unless you're the Lakers, you don't make that trade unless you get Wade back, and Miami wasn't willing to trade Wade. Now, what's the matter with keeping Shaquille O'Neal?
Well, that's been recorded chapter and verse for the last few seasons at least. Is Brown for 3. Tipped by Mim not once but twice. Butler claiming credit. They give it to Chris Mim. Now they change it to Butler. They change it back to Mim. So Mim, his first field goal. He's got 6. And another foul. This one on Odom. That's personal number 4. Our look around the NBA brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Kyle Korver, 2nd overall in total threes made. Ironically, he was 2nd to Quentin Richardson in the 3-point shootout All-Star weekend. Damon Jones of Miami, Ray Allen, Gilbert Arenas. All on that list. Kyle Korver already on pace to break the 76er record for total threes made in a season. If he continues at that current pace, he'll break it probably with nearly a month to spare, as Slava Medvedenko, his first second-half appearance for the Lakers, in to get Odom. He's got to sit now with 4 personal fouls. So Atkins is heaved, and Odom forced to sit. The 2 of your better scorers not in the game.
And this team is not real deep either, the Lakers.
And Kobe's gone without a field goal since the 3:30 mark of the first quarter. Sixer lead, their largest, at 16. Mim contending with Weber. Nothing doing. Oh, and 2 Sixers there, Korver and Dalembert, and they both escorted out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lakers. Now we have a whistle and a timeout being called here by the LA Lakers. They say no change of possession, so 5 to shoot for the visitors. Dodge presents Sixers Post Game Live. The comments of the coaches, the players, and some incisive analysis as well. That coming up after the game here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Well, the officials giving the Lakers 24-second clock after getting together and saying the ball hit the rim. And that last shot by Mim.
Here's Kobe Bryant, who exploded for 16 in the first quarter, has not scored since the second quarter when he had only 1 point, and that was on a technical free throw. Good defense there on Medvedenko. Samuel Dalembert on patrol. Medvedenko, who was hitting that jumper in the first half, swept aside by Chris Webber, his 4th rebound. Webber, tough shot. Thought he was fouled. No whistle for the trailing official. That's David Jones. Pierre Brown in for the ejected Chucky Atkins as Mim, who could use something, misses the slam inside. Here are the Sixers up 16 as we approach the halfway point of the third. It's an Iverson 3, and he drops it again. Allen Iverson, great shooting tonight. 2 of 2 from beyond, 8 of 13 in all. He's got 27.
For the last 4 games, shooting 51%. He's starting to find that range once again.
Kobe Bryant being virtually shut out since the first quarter. Now Iguodala on him as Iverson will cruise in solo. Frank Hamlin wants a 20-second timeout as Iverson comes up with his 3rd steal, and they love it here at the Wachovia Center. Sixers aiming to blow the Lakers out. They've ripped off a 21-6 run over about the last 5.5 minutes.
Time now for the All-State. Good hands, defensive play of the game, and watch AI just coming right back in there getting the steal. Medvedenko had no idea what was happening behind him. A couple lazy dribbles, and AI was right there for the steal.
Allen coming in second in the NBA to Larry Hughes in steals. The Sixer fast break game has been tremendous tonight.
Yeah, it really has. 19-0. The Lakers yet to score in any fast break opportunities that they've had.
What's happened to Kobe Bryant since the first quarter, partner?
Defense, defense, and a little bit more defense, but you can see the frustration in the eyes and on the faces of the Lakers as far as this triangle offense is concerned. They're not getting the movement that they were getting last year. Sixers playing very well.
Iguodala off the Brown miss.
Sixers forcing everybody else but Kobe to take shots.
And now with Chucky Atkins ejected and Lamar Odom on the bench with 4 personals, Kobe's got to take over, if not soon, right now. His team trailing by 21. Caron Butler is hit hard en route to the hoop. And a foul on Samuel Dallenberg.
Kyle Korver going for the steal, which leaves the driving lane open for Butler. Take to the hoop, and then there's the foul. Don't give up the easy ones.
I know you like that.
I do. I would like to see Marshall take a hit to the floorboards the other night, too.
Rodney Rogers back into the 76ers.
Dallenberg's third personal foul. Now he gives way to Rodney Rogers. Sammy's played well, 6 points, 7 boards, already right around his average. And for the first time, number 43, the second-year player out of Illinois, Brian Cook, coming on for the Lakers in for Medvedenko.
Pretty much a three-point shooter.
That is correct, and actually a pretty good one.
Yeah, he is, about 39%. He hangs around that perimeter quite a bit. Talking to Mike Dunleavy today, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, he was saying, we need you guys to win one big time for us.
Clippers hoping to stay alive in the Western Conference playoff race. Wide open Rogers. Under 5 to play here in the third. There's Bryant. That's for a 3, and he drops it. Kobe Bryant, his first field goal since the first quarter. He's got 20 in the game. He had 16 after the opening quarter, 1 point in the second, and again, that was on a technical free throw. After the tee was whistled on Mark Jackson. Planted, Cook, that's for 3. Iverson playing in traffic, and would have counted. And Allen will help himself to his 10th and 11th free throws of the game. Kobe Bryant is second. Both teams now in the penalty.
And Allen Iverson will go to the line to shoot.
AI, a familiar spot for him. Free throw line.
Iverson gets about 10.5 per game. Kobe is averaging 48 games, 11 per game. So both these guys you would expect to get to the free throw line. AI doing an outstanding job of driving to the hoop. Once again, this will be his 11th free throw of the night. He's drained all 11 of them.
76ers here Saturday. They take on the Chicago Bulls. Don't forget, it's the backpack giveaway courtesy of Gatorade. Call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or log on to the Sixers website, Sixers.com. There's Bryant for 3, and that's Weber rebounding another miss. Nice swing by the Sixers. Iguodala connects with Bryant, who stops him. Rogers, the bump and run, count it with Grant, and a foul. Rodney Rogers rumbling fourth. Grant took a hit and recorded the personal.
With the shot clock running down, Rodney Rogers puts it on the floor. Grant still moving, and Rodney Rogers using that big body to draw the contact and then go right up with it. Good play by Rodney.
So Rogers going to the line for the first time as Chris Webber exits to warm applause here at the Wachovia Center, replaced by Mark Jackson. Weber sitting with 5 and 5 rebounds. In his first 2 shots of the game, he's missed his last 6. Sixer bench, of course, Allen Iverson more than picked them up. The Sixers now leading by 21 points. Iguodala with a hand on the face of Bryant, who takes on all comers. Kobe will get a pair. Jackson helping out. He commits the personal. Marcus second. Jermaine Jones in for Caron Butler. Butler's been quiet, only 6, just 2 of 8. Bryant to a chorus of boos, missing his first free throw of the game. He had hit his first 5. Aaron McKee. Aaron and Andre Iguodala have been tag team partners tonight defensively against that man. Done a very good job, particularly since that first quarter, when he unleashed 16. They love it here as he misses 2. Iverson complaining at the lack of a call. David Jones says play on. De'Aaron Brown for the ejected Chucky Atkins. That's Brown hesitating on the 3. Bryant waiting patiently for the ball. Setting up the screen for him was Brian Grant, and Grant called for the moving screen. The 11th Laker turnover. Sixers cruising here in the 3rd. Allen Iverson kicking it into high gear. We'll be back right after this.
Kobe Bryant, thanks to Andre Iguodala, doing an outstanding job. Take a look at Kobe coming into the circle there, being double teamed. Now Andre going to body him up, doing a good job. Nothing. As the double team by Samuel Dalembert comes over to help out. Solid job by the Sixers on Kobe.
Great job by the Sixer defense on Kobe and his teammates through the 2nd and 3rd quarters. Lakers in that time span shooting just 26%. Bryant searching out Jones, but the Sixer defense has been suffocating. Here's Iverson. Threw it away. Behind the back pass stolen by Jermaine Jones. The Sixers only their 9th turnover. There's Cook. Sixers out rebounding LA by 5.
That's a good sign, because in the previous 4 games they've been out rebounded by 6.5, so they're really putting it to the Lakers tonight.
Mark Jackson. And for Big Jack, his first field goal, he's got 3. Remember, he averages 12. That said, the Sixer bench has outplayed the Laker bench in this game. The Sixers now, their largest lead at 23. It's a 7-0 run. The Sixers will have first quarter, first rate. Since then, not much from Kobe.
The first quarter, Kobe was 5 for 9. Tell you what, the Sixers done a great job on him. You know what? And the one thing it takes is a team effort in that situation to stop a great player like Kobe. To Frank Hamlin, go back to Rudy Tomjanovich's offense.
Rudy Tomjanovic was in his first season with the Lakers. He decided on February 2nd that his health was an overriding issue for him. So Hamlin, the career assistant, is in his 6th year with the Lakers. He started with the Lakers under Phil Jackson. In fact, was with Phil when he won titles in Chicago, like the Jordans' last 2 years, 97 and 98. Sixers continue to pull away, outscoring the Lakers thus far by 14 in the quarter, and now looking for more. Iverson, great find of Jackson, and a foul. Personal Brian Grant. Allen Iverson very satisfied, just nodding his head up and down, and you have to be thrilled with the way he has played here in this game. He's done just about everything right. He shot well, he set up his teammates, held his turnovers in check. Andre Iguodala about to come back for the Sixers. One more at the line for Mark Jackson. And some relief for Allen Iverson, who sits with 33 points. Sitting with 1:12 to play here in the third quarter. And this deficit continues to mount on the Lakers. Allen and his Sixers taken every quarter thus far from LA. That'll happen again here in the third, which has just a minute to go. Brown got it. Tier Brown last year, cup of coffee with New Orleans. The year before, cup of tea with Cleveland. And the year before that, a semi-regular with the Houston Rockets. We profile him because he'll be the main guy now in the absence of Chucky Atkins. Heaved as he was ejected on double technicals as Rodney Rogers bombs away from three. And Rodney now with 11, his 76ers season high. Sixer three-point shooting has been terrific. 7 of 15, nearly 47%. As that three is buried by Brian Cook. Now about a 3-second difference between the clocks. That's Rogers for three. Out of bounds it goes, and it will belong to the LA Lakers. 4.8 to go here in the third quarter. Lakers with 13 turnovers. They average 14.5. And again, they don't force many, just 11. And Brown there gave it up. Probably should have shot it. What difference would it have made? The Sixers outscore Kobe Bryant and the Lakers here in the third quarter, 35-20. Great bench effort tonight by the Sixers. You name them. Aaron McKee, John Salmons, Mark Jackson, and Rodney Rogers with 3 of his Sixer season high 11. Basketball on Comcast Sportsnet being brought to you in part by your local Chevy dealer. Chevy, an American revolution. Time now for tonight's Toyota Turning Point.
Well, 76ers, take a look at that. Taking every single quarter over the Lakers. So the last one by 15, 35-20.
And
I think that's a perfect example of a coach taking the square peg and trying to beat it into a round hole with his offense. It's not like you have Scotty and Michael, Kobe and Shaq. I mean, you're talking about Tierra Brown and Brian Cook. Sometimes the offenses just don't work. They work for other guys. You got to find one that will work.
The shock troops are in now for the Lakers. The rookie out of Slovenia, number 18. Sasha Vujacic is in for the first time. Kobe Bryant on the bench. Rodney Rogers here with a foul. Kobe sitting with 20. 16 of those points coming in the first quarter. The average is 28. Now Jermaine Jones, after the foul on Rogers, going to the line. So the Lakers here probably will try to mix it up a little bit defensively, get some turnovers, and hopefully they can make the deficit a little more manageable right now. Sixers leading 90-64. It's Iverson for three. Vujacic, rookie out of Slovenia, 6'7", 195. He just turned 21. He's number 18. It's Medvedenko from Ukraine. Luke Walton picking up some loose change. Walton this year has played in only about 2/3 of the games after playing in all but 10 of the 82 games last year, his rookie season, as Cook runs the floor and slams for two, and that's what the Lakers are looking to do. And Jim O'Brien very aware of that. Calls the preemptive timeout here before the Lakers can get on any kind of a role whatsoever. Still the Sixer lead right now at 22. 85 seconds gone in this fourth and final quarter tonight here on Comcast Sportsnet.
The Wachovia Center, the Sixers with a healthy 22-point lead. Kobe Bryant continues to sit on the bench as we take a look at the Jeep storyline. It started out with such star power. Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant with great numbers early. Allen shooting 50% from the floor. Kobe, though, struggled really after the first quarter. And the Lakers, Mark, just getting their first fast break points right before that timeout.
With credit to the Sixer defense tonight, D. It's been terrific. Weber had it stripped inside, and it goes out of bounds. Again, Allen Iverson with 33 perfect from the line. Kobe Bryant, virtually nothing since the first quarter in the Sixer fast break game in high gear. That's the storyline of the game, brought to you by Jeep.
Allen Iverson, you talked about him being perfect from the line. 84 of his last 89 from the free throw line, including tonight's 13-13, 94+%.
Yacic came up with a steal. There's Jones for three, and he hit it. Jermaine Jones actually enjoying the best season of his career from beyond the arc at 40%. That percentage, the best for a Laker player, and now LA has ripped off 9 straight points. The Sixer lead is at 19.
The Lakers going to that zone of theirs.
They come up with a turnover. All this being done by bench players. Among them, Jones for three, and he hit another one. Now you start to think about it. The Sixers leading this by as many as 28 points. The Lakers have ripped off 12 straight points. The Sixers have turned the ball over 4 straight times, and early in the fourth, Sixer lead is at 16, 90-74.
I still don't get it. Let's say that your ham sandwich is a computer on a basic high-speed connection, and let's say that my tuna sandwich is a computer with the protection of AOL. Uh-oh, there's a whole bunch of spam. Some viruses? Now, which would you rather have? Basic high-speed connection or high-speed with AOL? Oh, the tuna. Actually, the tuna's mine.
Get AOL for greater peace of mind and much more. Want a better internet? You belong in America Online.
Hey, Lakers trying to make it interesting with Frank Hamlin going to all bench players. And among them, Jermaine Jones is probably their best scorer. And he has hit a pair of threes here. And now the Lakers hit for 12 straight points. The Sixers turning it over 4 times. Now the Sixers looking for something here out of the timeout. Sixers looking for some way through the Lakers zone. It is Iverson finding a crack. He nearly put it home. The Sixers do get a whistle here.
A lot of times when you move the ball against the zone, you can end up in a one-on-one situation. That's exactly what AI did there, putting it on the floor, drawing the contact. You find yourself up 25 points heading into the fourth quarter. That should be a W at the end of the night for you. Just take your time, slow the game down. You know the Lakers want to speed it up. Take some time off the clock.
For that make, Iverson's first miss after he hit 13 straight. He's got 34 and 7 assists. Sixers up 17. There's Cook again. And the putback counts. With Jermaine Jones with 10 off the bench. Sixer lead at 15. Lakers continue to sit back in that zone.
Yeah, until the 76ers find a way to break it, no sense in coming out of it.
There's Korver who can bust a zone. That's for 2. Rebounded by Weber. Sixers throw it away. Iverson to the wood. It's a 5-on-4. Cook for 3. Jermaine Jones tried to tip it home, then claiming he was fouled, but it will belong to the Sixers. Iverson hobbling just a bit after falling moments ago. There's Iverson missing the 3.
Too quick.
Vujicic gives it up. Cook is wide open, and he drops it. Brian Cook makes it a 13-point game. The Sixers led this game 90-62. That's a 16-1 Laker run. There's Korver for a three, and down it goes. Just in time, Kyle Korver hits his second three of the game. Allen Iverson getting his 8th assist of the game as Walton misses the three. Walton's just a 32% three-point shooter on the year. That's Jones off the Iverson miss. Under 7 to go in the fourth quarter. Vujicic, Cook for three. The air ball taken by Korver. Iverson unleashed, and he's fouled by Vujicic.
His second, team second.
Foul his second, and the second on the Lakers team. Sixers get it back here with the fresh 24. The Laker bench making it at one point a 13-point game with a Sixer lead as large as 28. Vujicic, 6'7", 195. The rookie is on Iverson. That's a McKee three. Weber trying to pull down the air ball, but goes off his fingertips and out of bounds.
Well, for the Lakers standpoint, they've got to play perfect basketball in the last 12 minutes and count on the 76ers to make some mistakes. As you said, they've cut into that lead. That's a huge hill to climb.
Sixers in the fourth quarter just 2 of 7 shooting and a total of 5 turnovers. Trying to force Jermaine Jones into the turnover.
Well, what Detroit score last night in the fourth quarter? 6 points. Still won it by a point or two.
Amazing. Walton finds Medvedenko, who hits it. Slava Medvedenko with 2 double-figure scores off the bench for the Lakers. The other Walton, each with 10, and it's a 14-point game. Past the halfway point of the fourth, there's McKee for a three. Dallenberg kept it alive. Korver for three. Dallenberg again, hoisting it up.
Wow.
I don't know why. And here come the Lakers.
I thought both those shots, both by Kyle Korver and by Samuel Dallenberg, were way too quick. Just because you're open doesn't necessarily mean you have to take time off the clock with the lead in the fourth quarter. Is much more important than getting a few points on the board.
Korver for three. Got it. Kyle with 2 of his 3 threes coming here in the final quarter, and the Lakers call timeout. It's an awfully big hill to climb for the LA Lakers, with the Sixers having a lead as large as 28. Right now they're up 17. We'll be back. Market Steve brought to you by Cannon Business Solutions, asking about Kobe Bryant's high school stats. Well, as you might imagine, for a guy who made the leap right from high school into the NBA, they were pretty awesome. His senior year averaged nearly 31, 12, 6.5 assists, 4 steals, and nearly 4 blocks as he led Lower Merion to the Class 4A state title as a senior. They were 31-3 that year, including a 27-game win streak to end the season.
And I'll tell you what, a lot of the coaches started taking notice when Kobe Bryant was playing with the professionals in the summer, and he was the guy that was the best player out on the floor as a high school player.
Kobe eventually taken number 13 by Charlotte, but forcing a trade to the Lakers for Vlade Divac. Now we have a foul here. It's going to be 3 at the line, I believe. Yes, that's the case. After the foul on Aaron McKee. 76ers invite you to go to their official website, Sixers.com, and make yourself heard. take our survey. Takes just a couple of minutes. Don't forget the access code Sixers Survey. And click on the link because your opinion does count.
Well, let's see. Frank Hamlin sending part of the starting group back into the ball game. That was the same group that got him down by 25 at the end of 3. The shock troops come in. They do a nice job. Cut about 6 or 7 points off that lead. And as a player, you always wonder, well, wait a minute. You're sending the starters back in. They're the ones that got you down.
Well, as I've read you through the years, generally speaking, you are an advocate of leaving those guys
Leave them in. Coaches get a little nervous, though, about that tactic.
And, you know, you're still looking up at that deficit. You're saying, well, hey, I got these guys on the floor. Yeah, they brought me back, but can they score anymore? I think that's what you're thinking as a coach. Mara Odom, Kobe Bryant back. Iverson as they bring Weber out high, and Allen drains 2. Had a great night. 36 points, 8 assists. Kobe Bryant virtually shut out by the Sixer defense since the first quarter, and he really exploded with 16 in the opening stanza. It's Korver for a 3. Sixers holding 17 under 4 to play. Nate Jones for 3. Medvedenko hauled it down as he tried to gather himself. He traveled. That's 14 Laker turnovers, 15 for the Sixers. Korver for 3. Yes! Kyle with 3 threes in the quarter, 4 for the game. He's got 14. The Sixers with 102 points. When they hit 100 this year, they're 22-8. That is 100 or more in a game. There's Odom being denied by Dallenberg inside, but he was also fouled. Kyle Korver picks up the personal, and he also picked up another 3 moments ago.
Southwest long distance shot for Kyle Korver. Got a couple of them here in the fourth quarter. Drains a couple right there, and keep in mind that when Frank Hamlin sent the starters back in, it was only a 15-point game. Now it's back up to 20.
We should mention this year that when the Lakers give up 100 or more, they are just 6 and 26. As Dallenberg came down with a miss, he was fouled. Slaven Medvedenko the personal. Medvedenko his 3rd and the 3rd on the team. With 3:16 to play. Sixers now looking just to manage the clock. There's Kobe Bryant draped all over Iverson and fouling him. The Lakers have the 8 spot. They're about to fall out of it with a loss here tonight. The reason they claim the 8 spot before is because they lead the season series with Denver 2-1. It's a 4-gamer. They will meet the Nuggets at Denver 11 days from now. The Nuggets playing much better basketball under George Karl.
Yeah, they are on the uptick. The Los Angeles Lakers are struggling big time.
The Lakers had to do well in the early part of the season because of all the road games they've been playing. They're in the middle of that stretch in which they play 16 of 23 on the road. On Thursday, they're at Miami.
Good luck with that one. You talk about a team that's playing well. They're losing to New York tonight as Andre Iguodala for the jam. Holy cow.
There's a major slam by Andre, smiling as he collides with Jermaine Jones, but Chris Webber found Andre in flight. And they love the replay here at the Wachovia Center of Iguodala as Dallenberg, the rejection inside. His third block of the game. The Heat on Christmas Day in LA went into overtime and beat the Lakers at LA in the first meeting between Shaq and Kobe. Now they call Allen here for a travel. Andre Iguodala is ferocious when he goes hard to the cup. It's a great look by Chris Webber, and Andre with a hear me slam late in this game.
I still don't get it. Let's say that
Been subpoenaed Thursday. Tune into Comcast Sportsnet for live coverage of the House Government Reform Committee hearings on steroid use. That in baseball. That'll be Thursday starting at 12:30.
Well, that'll be interesting, won't it?
Kobe Bryant dejected, and well, he should be. Only 20 points, 8 below his average, and 16 of his points were scored in the first quarter. So he and Allen had it going on early. Iverson has continued his flurry of scoring, but Bryant and the rest of the Lakers shut down by the Sixer defense since the first quarter. Lakers made a run here thanks to their bench as Jones slams for 2. As the Lakers made the deficit somewhat manageable, they cut it to 14 from 28. Bryant and his boys tried it for a few minutes. The Sixers end up putting some more distance between themselves and the Lakers. Allen Iverson, our Bud Light player of the game. 36 points, 5 boards, 9 assists, 3 steals as well. And he will call it a night. AI 1 of 5 Sixers in double figures, but the story of this game, partner, has got to be the Sixers defense.
Oh, no question about it, and that's something that they've been blitzed about here the last couple weeks, giving up far too many threes, 21 the other night. But tonight, 76ers defense doing a great job holding the Lakers under 35% shooting and then running away with this thing starting in the second quarter.
Well, Toronto with a franchise best 128 points. And the Lakers will be hard-pressed to break 100 as Iverson straight to the locker room after accepting his curtain call. .110 to play. Luke Walton getting inside. Walton is 6'8", 235. He was the 3rd pick of the second round by the Lakers a couple of drafts ago. Josh Davis has come on for the first time. That's Iguodala hitting the 3. He's played well, and he's got 15 points to show for it. And Andre, along with Aaron McKee, the primary defenders of that guy tonight. They more than held him in check. Brian Cook, 1 of 5 Lakers in double figures with 10. He actually hits the 9th 3 of the game for the Lakers, but Sixer three-point shooting has been tremendous tonight. 12 of 29. It's nearly 41.5%. That's Korver for a 3. It will belong to the Lakers. The Sixers now will gain half a game on Indiana for the 8th spot in the East. Pacers are idle. Sixers will go on to win their 5th straight against the Lakers here at the Wachovia Center. Quite an achievement when you consider the Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant tandem, present for most of the previous 4 games. As the Sixers win it tonight by a final score of 108-91, sending Kobe Bryant off into the night. His team dropping to 1 game now above 500 at 32-31, and Bryant, after a day off, will meet up again with Shaquille O'Neal and the Miami Heat. That'll be Thursday at Miami. 76ers basketball tonight here on Comcast Sportsnet, brought to you by Wachovia. Together we can achieve uncommon things. Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NBA. Dodge, to get anywhere, you've got to grab life by the horns. Singular, raising the bar. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Toyota, choose any direction as long as it's moving you forward. Michelob Ultra, lose the carbs, not the taste. Your Key States Chrysler Jeep dealers. And by the people that brought you Mountain Dew. Breathtaking performance by Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant early, but in the end, Jim O'Brien's team gets the better of Kobe Bryant, locking him up from the first quarter on. Chucky Atkins ejected as things came apart for the Lakers. They succumbed to the Sixers 108-91. Sean Alexiak, the producer of 76ers basketball, director tonight, the man, J.R. Aquila. For D. Lynham and Steve Mix, I'm Mark Zumoff. Dodge presents Sixers Post Game Live up next.